Can we survive one lap around the hardest mud track in MX Simulator? This is a remake of the 2025 Foxborough Supercross mud version by Chucky Nygren on the MX Simulator forums. If you've never played MX Simulator before, you know how hard this game is, and this track makes it infinitely harder. We've got slippery conditions, rain falling in the sky, and a treacherous racetrack to try to get around. So here's what we're going to do in this challenge here today. I'm going to try to beat my buddy Max Vohland's lap time that he ran in the heat race that he won at this race, a 109.678, because I think we're going to be able to jump a lot of stuff. I'm going to try to just actually make it one lap without crashing at first, and then we're going to try to beat that lap time. If we can't, the fail-safe one of this is trying to beat Aaron Plessinger's main event lap time, which was a 117.584. So let's jump in. All right, so starting off the gate here, you can see just how gnarly the conditions are. The rain basically raining sideways, which is basically just sequence files that are placed as billboards all around the track. But I digress. We're not going to get into the here, what, or why about this. We're just going to try to actually make it around this track. You can see there's ruts going everywhere, and the traction model is extremely slippery. So if you're just a little bit offline in these ruts, you're going to get kicked pretty sideways. Made it through the first rhythm section pretty clean, though. Kind of impressed with that. We're going to try to make our way through each rhythm section pretty smoothly just to get a decent lap in to start off with. And then we'll move our way into actually trying to hot lap this thing, which I don't think is going to go all that well. But we're going to try our very best as we go for the finish line jump. Can't believe we actually cleared it on the first lap. So we're off to the races. Can we do the 109? I don't know. Can we do Aaron Plessinger's lap time? Maybe, because by the end of the night when he was doing laps in the main event, going on route to win this thing, track was in a lot worse condition than probably even this. I mean, there was only a handful of guys even doing some of these jumps at this point. Cooper Webb was the only person doing the double that I just went over by the end of the main event. So even to consider doing that late in the main event was probably a ridiculous ask. So I think I could probably beat that 117. I think even if I just get a clean lap right here, we should be able to beat it. But I don't know if that 109 time is going to be possible, because remember, Max won the heat race when the track was at its very best. That is when it was actually flattened out by the SMX track crew. They'd made it nice and easy, and even though the rain had been falling, it had been kind of packed down a little bit, and there weren't any, ruts or gnarly grooves on the actual track surface. So that is not what we're dealing with right now, as the track is a lot more treacherous than that, but I do still think it's possible. Clearly, though, very slippery, as just going for the double right there, my rear end immediately kicked out on takeoff. So you have to be pretty precise about landing in ruts and then not spinning up the tires too much, like almost being, a little bit more methodical on the throttle. Just kind of blipping here and there, only doing some jumps. I think we can get over this table and then triple into the corner. Oh, that was risky with where I was landing in the ruts. And as you see, we kind of had to go through those ruts a little bit. We'll go outside. All right, so 134.9 to start off with. We went off track once, and we also crashed. So I think if we clean a couple of those things up, we could get into the teens, as I mentioned, the 117 that we're trying to beat that AP put down. But oh man, it is just so difficult to try to keep the bike going forward on this track, because it just wants to dive around. Even into that corner, it just kind of spun on me really quickly. I had to stand it up very quickly. We got through that clean, and I keep trying to go to these inside lines, and I don't know that they're any good at all. Like, I almost think I should maybe start just trying to use outsides and keeping it a little bit more straight and narrow, because like, look at how treacherous some of these sections are, and then trying to double up into this corner, hook this inside rut. I mean, we got it. We did get it, and then we still doubled out, but it is just not wanting to cooperate with me. The bike is going kind of wherever it wants to, and then I just have to adjust for that. But here we go. Down in transition, double that, get into that rut, double that. I think if I'm going fast enough, we could maybe triple something. Another risky double right there. Do I double in right here? I think I just want to stay rolling in, because it sets me up better to go 2, 2, and then 3 over the table, and then 3 into the corner. We're going to be a little short, but that's okay. We can kind of roll out of it. All right, so this is a pretty decent lap. And then, of course, I'm going to lay it down right before the finish line jump, so we're not going to get a very good accurate lap in here right now. But 122.8. We're starting off the next lap by rolling the finish line jump. That's always a good, smart move. You just want to roll in, make yourself feel comfortable to start off. And then the lap really comes together from there, because you just build up to a good lap time. I digress. I should have gone back and tried to jump the finish line. I don't think we're going to get onto this plateau right here from second gear. Nope. It's all right, still landed that. So far we've rolled the finish line jump, and we've technically just rolled what used to be a Supercross triple on this track. And then this used to be the whoops. If anybody plays Foxborough in Monster Energy Supercross 25, you know that these were whoops. And I mean, I guess if you played in sim or bikes too, but yeah, this track is just absolutely trying to reach up and bite me. I've never seen a track built in sim with this many ruts all over it. I have played a 2024 San Francisco track that was similar to this. I think also made by Chucky Nygren, but not with as much of the water sitting on the track as, of course, there was at the real Foxborough. And then I played a track that I would arguably say is harder than this, called Penfold Park by Mikey. But that's just because it's mud traction, but he made it so that it's like impossibly slippery. So even that I would not even equate to what this is, because that's basically just a meme track. This is like more or less trying to be a realistic track, and it is a bit of a challenge. All right, so we got that. Can we hit the finish line jump again? Yeah, we're back on it. So 128.2, a couple mistakes right there, but we're back on the grind right here. I really got to try to change up some of my lines because I don't like some of these that I'm taking. Like this one is okay right here because it helps you get out of this corner a little bit smoother. Double across that to carry enough speed to jump all the way to this corner. And then do I want to go far inside right here? I'm going to try, and it doesn't work out great. I think that maybe that middle rut's going to work a little bit better. We'll just kind of keep carrying speed down this straightaway, go inside here. That wasn't too bad. Got in and out of there quickly. And then just shifting up down the straightaway, trying to get it to hook on something. Just, I don't know if it's going to hook on phonics or if it's going to hook on the rut or anything like that, but just keep it pinned until it absolutely grabs onto something and goes forward. All right, so we're going to roll in right here and then double this. Oh, and then I hooked that same stupid rut that I did before. It's a little bit bigger, and I'm not paying attention to it as much as I should. I think I maybe almost should swing right through the first corner and end up on all this stuff on the right side of the track, which seems like, even though it is big, like there's a little bit more forgiving nature to it. And then, I don't know, like I guess I should go inside in this corner too, just so that I can roll in a little bit easier. But then, gosh, that looks miserable right there, all those deep ruts. And then just trying to jump my way through, jumping into this corner. All right, got that. We'll stay second gear so that we can clear the finish line jump. All right, so 128, 129. We still haven't even gotten to AP's 117 just yet, but I have a feeling if we just get one good lap together that we're going to get there. At 109, though, might be a little bit out to lunch. I think he ran it on like the second lap of the race, and that was obviously insane because he was just sprinting away with the lead, trying to stay out of all the chaos. We're cruising along, you know, getting through the hoop-de-doos right here. Oh, getting a little bit squirrely right there. Trying to hook a rut. Just slopping through this thing sideways all the way down the straightaway. Just going to roll all the way up into this corner. Oh, inside rut, and then have to cross over. All right, so I'm going to try to just kind of go wide here. We're just going to take this right through here. And there we go. Then we can roll in, double again. Double again, double again, and this is a big one, but we'll double out and stay smooth to the outside. Roll in, double. I think I'm going to have to start doing a little bit more to be able to run this lap time. All right, that was a save and a half. Got kicked pretty sideways, and then we had to come to a stop in this corner because the bike just decided to lay it down. So we go 122.2. All right, I might have to get a little bit froggier through some of these rhythm sections and hang it out just a little bit more to get into that 117 zone like I like. I mean, I did crash in the last corner just then, so that didn't help my case at all, but gotta send it a little bit. We'll go inside here. Not bad. Kind of hooked through that pretty well. And then just staying on top of all this stuff. Inside here again. Oh, man. And I urge any one of you guys watching this video right now to try this yourself, because if you think that I'm making it look pretty bad, go ahead and try yourself. I promise. It is not the easiest thing to get around. Double out right here. And we'll come across all these ruts to the outside. Oh, I shouldn't have doubled. That's okay. Kind of sets me up to do this then. Double. Oh, perfect landing into that rut. We're going to jump off the track slightly. That's okay. It allows us to kind of use this outside to our advantage. double in. Oh, we're gonna have to kind of send over the backside of that and then triple. All right. Ooh, 1:14.7. Okay, so we beat AP's time. I do think we're going to need to get sendier, though, to beat Max's time, and I don't know that it's going to be doable. We're only 5 seconds off of it, but just sloshing around. So I'm going to make it back to the start-finish line again. We're going to try like 1 or 2 more laps, and then we'll see what we can put down here. All right, I really think consistency is going to be key to try to run a lap time that low. That was a pretty bad lap that I just put down, trying to test a couple things out. I was able to do a different rhythm line before the finish that I think is going to be faster if I can hit it. And then honestly, I don't know what to do in the first rhythm section. I want to start tripling something to see if we can get even closer, but I don't know that it's going to be doable because the first rhythm just like eats you up. But we're on a good pace so far. It's a pretty good start to the lap. I'm going to try to swoop into this middle rut right here and get going down this straightaway. I'm going to hug the tough blocks a little bit just to stay out of the moisture. I'll cross over some of these lines, go to this rut, cross up to the outside, and then I don't know, like I think if I just double through here, we're going to be okay in terms of speed, but like brain's got me wanting to try more. We'll triple. We'll try to triple, almost quadded, getting sideways, getting out of shape, and we're way outside now, but this sets me up for the line that I had been trying to do, which is this. Oh, and we go down. Actually, I think I just got that wrong. I think I was supposed to go double, triple, on, off, double into the corner. That's the line that I was able to do the lap before. So now if we finish this out, let's say we just go ahead and add 10-ish seconds with that fall off crash, where are we going to get to with a lap time? 122.8. So we only have been about 2 seconds faster with all of those big sends. So I'm going to try one more lap here, and if we can get lower than the 114, I'll be happy. But either way, I'm surprised that we were able to get kind of even close enough to that lap time in the first place, because I thought it would be too difficult of a track, too different of a track as well. And yeah, we're cooked. We have just tucked the front end. But I'll try to show you guys that rhythm section that I was going to try to do down the back straightaway. So you can see the way this works. If you get your momentum really rolling, it works with the traction okay, because it likes that momentum and forward movement. But if you start slowing down, the traction will just suck you all the way down into it. So we'll double in here, double again, double again, and then this is the line that I was trying to take, and I don't know if I would have got it clean if anything different would have happened. But of course, now we're going to lose the rear end out of the corner and crash. One more try. We'll go back around, try one more time. If we can get the bike rolling. Game doesn't really like me going across all of these ruts either. We'll swing out to the outside here. So here's what I was trying to do. I was trying to go outside, double in, and then double here, and then triple onto the table, off, double into the corner. That's definitely faster than what I was doing through there before, but it is tough. And we just did, obviously that was a 122.8 from before, but yeah, this challenge is insane. If you guys can beat my lap time, kudos to you. Love to see what you guys are able to put down if you try this track for yourself. Again, 2025 Foxborough Mud by Chucky Nygren on the forums. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this challenge. This was a fun one, an interesting track to try out. If you have any questions or comments about this video, be sure to get involved in the comment section below. But thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys in the next one. So long for now.